we talk about science at different times, and people act like what we know today is the ultimate, like you said. While they look at faith and they say, well, this is the truth, and the faith, this is just what you believe. But so many things in the church's teachings have remained consistent over 2,000 years. But if you went and looked at the science and understanding of the world has changed dramatically every 10 years.
Yeah, and that's very true, and of course that's intrinsic to the methods used. I mean, the church is talking about divine inspiration, and of course they have ways of discerning divine inspiration in the defining of doctrine, most especially, of course, being linked back to Jesus and to the apostolic church. But and of course the inspiration of the popes who use Jesus's teachings and those of the apostolic church as a foundation. Now that's very different from science. Scientific methodology, because it is based on observation, remember, observation always has particular facts. You can't draw universal conclusions. A universal conclusion has an all or an only or a none in it. It's talking about everything. So the thing is, you can't get to universal conclusions from science because science is dependent on particular facts. You know, so we would say one, you know, a priori can be universal, like in mathematics, logic, metaphysics. You can use a priori judgments, non-contradictory judgments, right, and you can get to universals. But in science you can't, because of course all scientific evidence has to be grounded in observable facts which are particular. That is to say, they're in space and time. A particular point in space, a particular point in time. So if that's the case, then the key thing that you know, science has to contend with, and ever and always has to contend with, is it has to be open to future discoveries. Scientists don't know what they don't know until they have discovered it, and that's why science changes so often. In fact, scientific paradigms change so often, and scientific theories, even about you know, the cosmos, you know, change so often. But there are certain consistent patterns, and so we can say, you know, in a general form, that, you know, science does reveal truths. We see, you know, certain patterns that, and they develop on each other and they accumulate, and the ones that are consistent, we keep them, but always with the caveat in mind that, you know, if some observable evidence comes up that contradicts it, we're going to have to change the science to accommodate it.